Alright, welcome to this episode of Restoring Christine, where we just got back from cruising the coast in Mississippi with our 71 Cutlass convertible. So we spent 5 days cruising between Bay St. Louis and Ocean Springs, going to each of the cruise sites. This episode is going to show you how to do cruising the coast, how to register, how to get to each one of the cruise venues, what to expect at each one of the cruise venues. So this is what we're working towards with Restoring Christine with our 56 Bel Air. So if you're interested in seeing how we spent this week, beautiful week in the sun, fun in the sun with the top down, stick around. Good morning, it's finally here. We're getting ready to leave for cruising the coast when we take the Cutlass. We got about an hour and a half ride between here and there, maybe a little less, but I'm gonna take I-10 all the way to Highway 90, take the back roads. It ought to be real pretty, so here we go. Let's see if I can explain cruising the coast. If you're familiar with cruise nights, you know, at the local shopping mall or a burger joint, whatever, you know, it's like everybody collects and convenes at this one spot. All right. If you're familiar with the Hot Rod Power Tour, it's a moving caravan of cars. So they have a route and they stop at different spots, and then each spot has a festival of sorts, and it's sort of like a cruise event at every place you stop. But there's a route that's from point A to B to C to D. Cruising the coast is kind of a blend between the two. Cruising the coast is open to cars that are 25 years old and older, so it's an antique car show. And there are cruise venues that are open at Bay St. Louis, Pass Christian, Edgewater Mall, D'Iberville, Ocean Springs, and there's also a site at Moss Point and Pascagoula that are kind of secondary sites. But when you come to the Mississippi coast, it's basically 40 or so, 45 miles of Highway 90, and it's right along the beach. So each one of these cruise sites is open to registered participants. So if you register, it's like $75 to register. You get a goodie bag, and then you go to check in at Cruise Central. And when you check in, they give you your credentials, and you put your credentials on your dashboard, and that allows you entrance into any one of the cruise sites. So you can drive Highway 90 with the public back and forth, and it's always going to be polluted with cars. And Uh, if you want to go to a cruise site, you're allowed to go into the main paddock area. So you go into like downtown Bay St. Louis, there's like a sentry gate. You can show your credentials, they stamp you, you can go in, and you can park like it's a cruise event right there in town. If you're not registered, you're more than welcome to go park on the fringes. You don't get access directly into the site with your car, but it's open to the general public, so anybody can walk in. So even if you're not a participant in Cruisin the Coast, if you're not formally registered, you can go and witness and spectate. But if you want to participate, at the cruise venues, you got to be registered, and it's worth it. It's totally worth it. So today, this is my first day driving in. It's Wednesday. It's open usually from Sunday to Sunday, first week of October. So right now it's Wednesday, and this is kind of a slow day. The cruise venues open up starting on Thursday. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's bandstands, there's souvenir stands, there's plenty of things to do, plenty of cars to see, plenty of people. It's going to be packed. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. In addition to those cruise venues, you've also got Cruise Central. So Cruise Central is where you check in, and it's its own cruise venue as well, but it's not what they call a stamping site. So the stamping sites, the way that works is they give you your credentials, and over those 3 days, the goal is to make it to every one of those cruise sites and get your card stamped. So when you get your card stamped, you can turn it in for a raffle, and you raffle off a classic car every year. The money goes to charity. So that's usually the goal, is you take your card and you go get it stamped at each one of these sites. When you go to the sites, you stop, you park. You're parked amongst a plethora of classic cars. There's nothing but gearheads. It's just a great time. And the weather in October in Mississippi on the Gulf Coast, right now it's, I don't know, maybe 80 degrees, if that. It's going to stay here. It's going to hover somewhere around in the low 80s all week. We have a chance of rain, but that rain chance diminishes through the course of this week. We're threatened with hurricanes. I've been run out of Cruisin the Coast one year where they canceled the back end of the event because of a hurricane that was coming in a couple of years ago, and last year there was the threat of one, and it just missed, and it went to New Orleans and took out New Orleans, which is where I'm from. So it's weather's always a toss-up, but 9 times out of 10 it's been good. It's always good. It's shorts and short sleeve weather. Always cruising weather. All right, so the good thing about Cruisin the Coast, they provide you with a program, and they mail this to you, but they'll also be available here at the site. So Cruisin the Coast is, for the most part, between Bay St. Louis and Pascagoula. And the stamping sites are Bay St. Louis, Pass Christian, Gulfport at the Edgewater Mall, D'Iberville at the Community Center, and then downtown Ocean Springs. So we came in this morning. I came in Highway 90, and I've already passed over the Bay St. Louis Bridge, past Pass Christian. I pulled over in Long Beach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cruise past Cruise Central. Cruise Central's right in the center. I'm going to cruise past Cruise Central. I'm going to go down to Biloxi Block Party this morning. That's going to be the first thing that we're going to do. Then we'll see where it goes from there. As always, I appreciate everybody that watches the videos. I thank you for spending time with me. I'm trying to bring you good content. I'd like to get the subscriptions up, so if you're liking the channel, please do subscribe. And if you like the videos, of course, give us a thumbs up. You know, we're working to bring you good content, and this is this Cruisin the Coast. This is what Restore Christine's about. It's trying to get Christine, our 56 Bel Air, back on the road, get her fixed up, and come out here and show and shine. All right, you see we're out here at Biloxi Block Party. It's the Hard Rock Casino off there in the distance, just oriented. Highway 90. I was never in this spot here, so I'm parked out in the periphery. I'm in a parking lot someplace else, and I don't really care to show and shine at this event right today. I'm just enjoying the scenes. Some cool looking stuff out here. Man, this 1957
Buick Century Caballero. Patina is so fine. That's awesome. This is downtown Biloxi, so this is an event that's open to everybody. This is not a stamping site, but you got to get here early if you want to park on the street, because if you get here when I get here in the afternoons, it's always closed off. This little Fox body Mustang right next to a Tri-5 Chevy. Oh man, one day I might splurge and try to find me a 59 Olds like this one. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm getting where I can hear the band. I guess I'm approaching the stage. Yeah, the stage is up here. Everyone's sitting in chairs, enjoying some blues tunes. So the bands rotate. They go from site to site to site. You got similar lineup. So if they play at Diamondhead today, they might play at Edgewater tomorrow. Then they play at Ocean Springs the next day. They all kind of rotate around. Plenty of Tri-5s out here. I've seen a few red and white 56s that look like Christine. I just hate how common they are, but hey, that's what we got. Gorgeous C10. Pontiac Bonneville. Clean. What's this? 68 maybe? 327 house motor. Looks original. At least they didn't put an LS in it. There's a lot of these that they put LS motors in. Right behind it. 1970 El Camino, I think. Need to see the headlights. Big block. 396. Camaro over here. That was polluting the streets when I was in high school. Plenty guys had those. Willie's street rod and all the billet you can handle. Kind of thinning out back here. There's plenty of cars on the street, but kind of like behind. There's not much. Oh, now this is cool. Buick Roadmaster. Raymond, my man. Movie Raymond. Special movie, love it. All right, now that we've finished it, Biloxi, the Biloxi Block Party was pretty cool, but it's about time to head to Diamondhead. Diamondhead's one of the off-site places that is not a cruising site. It's not a stamping site, but they do have a parade there in Diamondhead. So I'm heading back from Biloxi all the way to Diamondhead. So I'm going to take some parts of 90, and then I'll probably, I need to get there pretty quickly, and that's a pretty good run. So I might put some of I-10 in between here and there, but we'll see how that goes. So the next stop is, let's go to Diamondhead. Let's go get in the cruiser parade for the blessing of the cruisers. That's always pretty cool. things about this parade is at the middle of this parade, there's a priest that'll sprinkle holy water in the car, blessing of the cruisers. So to keep all the cruising gremlins away. So the rest of the week we'll be able to ride without breaking down. It's always a good thing. Ask him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So central to this Diamondhead parade is the blessing of the cruisers. And it's, how you doing? It's a takeoff on the blessing of the fleet, shrimp fleet, and this is a very Catholic.
That's nice.
Thank you. Very Catholic place to be. French settled this area at first in 1699, 1700. Very Catholic populace, and now this is we're still 300 years later still doing this kind of stuff. So it's a blessing of the fleet. There'll be a blessing of the cruisers, and there'll be a priest up ahead that'll sprinkle holy water. How you doing? Sprinkle holy water on the car, and Dominus Omus, and we should cruise just fine. How you doing? Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Almighty God bless your automobile, bless you. May you have a great time cruising, and may God watch over you, protect you, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you. So we got that going for us.